everyone, and welcome back to Titan News. Seniors, a quick announcement that we have Senior Sunrise coming up on October 13th. Make sure to RSVP to Mr. Kerr's email. Now over to Karina, who has an exclusive interview with our new Vice Principal.
Hi, I'm Karina. Today I'll be interviewing our new Vice Principal, Mrs. Panalora, and I'll briefly ask her a few questions. So my first question is, why you decided to come to our school, and then can you briefly introduce yourself a little?
Thank you, Karina. Yes, I'm Mrs. Panalora, and the reason why I am so happy to be a Titan is because I have had a different job at a different school, but also in the Rio Hondo League, and that's how I mostly know the staff and the students from San Marino High School. And I can tell you, I want to be a Titan, and the reason why is because of the high standards, the treatment of the way that the students behave is so awesome. So I love being here. A little bit about myself. I have been an educator for a lot of years, primarily teaching English. So I love English, I love humanities, but I also love history and science and lots of other disciplines, but primarily a teacher of English and English language. I really love teaching AP Lang and AP Lit and humanities and all sorts of other things. But I've also been an athletic director, and that's how I knew, I know Mr. Erie from being an athletic director at Temple City High School. And, but I've loved every minute of being a Titan so far.
And then I have another question is, can you tell us a little bit about your high school life or any activity you did in your high school?
Thanks. Okay, so I was a softball player and a soccer player, and I was an ASB as the communications commissioner. I loved all of it. You know, high school is a time where you can develop your friendships and really kind of figure out what you want to do with your life here and beyond. And so I love high school for those reasons. I had a wonderful experience, have made a lot of friends that I still keep in touch with today. Then you guys are going to be going to college, same thing. You make a lot of friends, you keep in touch, but it's really kind of a place for you to learn about who you are and what you really are all about. So I had a wonderful high school experience.
Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for your time.
Thanks, Karina. Now over to Caitlin, who has an interview with our counselors to let us know what's happening.
I'm Caitlin with Titan News, and I'm here with
Miss Flores.
So, Miss Flores, as our seniors get ready to graduate, what are some of the things that they need to do to prepare for graduation?
There's a couple things that seniors need to kind of do. Right now, we're actually working on our senior meetings. So students actually are kind of sitting with their counselor to review their graduation requirements, where they're kind of at right now, GPAs, their credits. But also, we're also discussing college applications. So it's really getting ready for the process of students completing their college applications. Where are they at in the process? What do they need help with? You know, do you have an appropriate amount of reach, target, and safety schools? We're kind of cleaning through all of those processes right there. So everything that the student needs to kind of gather information to just move through these college applications. It's very stressful during this time. So I think you know, sitting with your counselor and even going through, we do require to look at an essay as well. So the students are bringing in their essay, a draft of their essay from one of the universities, whether it's a personal insight question or it's a Common App essay. So they're bringing those in, and we're sitting with students and really combing through everything. So from everything from graduation, credits, and their college applications and where they're at in that process. So we definitely want to support students throughout this process and continue them on to, you know, the next chapter, which will be springtime graduation. So that's really what we're doing.
That sounds very stressful, but so what are some of the things that the seniors need to get turned in?
Good question. All seniors were assigned 3 items essentially for their senior meetings. That's actually started this week. So seniors do need to make sure that they complete our 333 organizational tool. They all received that in May last year. And then they do need to give us a draft of their, a sample of their essay, so like a good draft. And then also just updated Naviance, their brag sheet. So their brag sheet is super important for us as well, because we do need to create a letter of recommendation for many of our students that are applying to universities that ask for that. So those are the 3 items that they definitely need to have a really good, thoughtful interview, thoughtful meeting, right? A purposeful meeting, shall I say. So we just want to make sure that all students have those items by their senior meeting so they can be prepared, and then we can have meaningful conversations of the next steps.
Okay, so where should these seniors turn their things in?
Okay. Yep. So they were instructed to send all of these 3 items to Miss Cribbs. So in Naviance, it's their brag sheet. So as long as they have everything in their brag sheet in Naviance, they just logged in, and it's actually a PDF that they fill out, and they just hit save. But the organizational tool and their brag sheet actually needs to be emailed to Miss Cribbs. So they were instructed to do so. We had an early August deadline for that on August 18th, but we have some seniors still working on it. That's okay. But please make sure that you are sending those items to Ms. Cribbs as soon as possible, because then we can get your senior meeting scheduled, and we can get going and just, like I said, have a meaningful a meeting during that time.
Thank you. So is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Yes, I do want to let all seniors know that it doesn't end at the senior meeting, okay? So just because we sit together one time, and for, honestly, it can be from anywhere to 30 to 45 minutes, we sit with them to talk about all the items that we need to do in their college application. But if students need a follow-up meeting, they can absolutely schedule another meeting with us, you know, because sometimes they have many questions. What do I do next? You know, can you read my essay again? Please come in. Please reach out to your counselor if you do need additional help. But we also wanted to kind of let you guys know about our junior or our college jumpstart dates. So this is what we do and send out to all seniors to let them know that we do have open labs. This means application help that's going to be in the College and Career Center. So these dates that we have on this flyer, it's in the newsletter, it's sent out through emails. So please take a look at those, because if you do need help, please come in during those times during lunch in the College and Career Center. We have a bunch of different dates all throughout September, the end of September, October, and even in through November. So we're here to help. We want to help you through this process and hopefully ease that stress with you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Caitlin. Now over to McKenna, who's going to give us a little bit of information on how robotics is doing this season.
Hi, I'm Anjali from Titan News, and today I'm here with McKenna Wong, the business president of Robotics. McKenna, can you tell us a little bit about your fundraiser last Friday?
Yeah, sure. So it was a movie night, which we're partnering with Camp De Corazón, which is a nonprofit organization that provides annual summer camps for children with heart disease. We did this last year, and we decided to continue it this year, and we raised about $2,000 to donate to them.
That's awesome. Do you guys have any competitions coming up soon?
Yeah, so we have an off-season competition, which is called Beach Blitz. It's going to be in the early November, and then we start our actual season in early January, and we'll have 2 seasons, like in March and April.
Is there a way for students who are interested and not yet part of the team, is there a way for them to become kind of active and get started?
Yeah, sure. So we have work sessions every week. Our business work sessions are on Thursday after school, 3:30 to 5, and our engineering work sessions are Monday and Wednesday, 3:30 to 5:15. So basically anyone who's interested can just pop into the Robo Room, which is room 308, and then we'll get you started.
Awesome, thank you.
Thanks, McKenna. Best of luck to robotics this year. Now over to Owen for the Hollywood Review.
Blue Beetle, I know. DC's Blue Beetle is a great first movie for introducing Blue Beetle as a character, with many family-related themes to go along with it. Released on August 18th of this year, Blue Beetle is the newest live-action DC film since Flash. So far, this movie has made $120 million worldwide, so it's doing a lot worse than Flash, even though I believe that this film is probably better overall. Keeping with DC movie tradition, Blue Beetle scored significantly higher with audiences than it did with critics on Rotten Tomatoes. 91 and 78% to be exact. The movie stars Zolo Mardueña, who many of you probably know as Miguel Diaz from Cobra Kai. We've also got George Lopez, Becky G, Melissa Escobedo, and Bruna Marquenzi in this movie. So, lots of great people. The movie follows Jaime Reyes, a recent college graduate who has come back home to help out his family. He suddenly finds himself in the possession of a scarab, ancient alien technology that not only has the power to protect him, but also gives him the power to create any weapon he can imagine, including the Buster Sword, which was pretty cool to see. The cast family dynamic in this movie is great, which is very good since their involvement is a crucial part in this film. The main cast performance were great, and so was the comedic timing. The use of Spanglish was also very good and incorporated relatively seamlessly, making you really feel the Mexican family vibes. Even though it did get admittedly cheesy at some times, all of these aspects come together to make an easy recommendation that you watch this film. Due to its poor performance, you can already see this film for $5 at AMC. Watching movies in theaters is always nice, but if you're not really that big of a DC fan, I would say to definitely watch it when it comes out on HBO Max.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to tune in to next week's episode of Titan News.